My name is Jim Harmon. I'm an English teacher at Euclid High School. This is my 6th year in the Euclid City Schools and my 16th year teaching overall. In the English department, one of our goals is to make sure that all students are competent readers and writers. And so we do a lot of journal entries. And today we did a journal entry on our iPads where the students answered a real simple question, but one that really bears the burden of thought on them to consider what gets in the way of their success in school. Having them identify the things that are getting in the way of their success will hopefully help them identify strategies to get around those impediments and to become more successful as students at Euclid High School. One of the things I like to do is have students read their journal entries out loud, and this is really important, and I know a lot of my peers in the English department do this as well, is students then get to share and get feedback. So instead of writing for an audience of one, the teacher, they're writing for the audience of their peers.
A lot of things seem to get in the way of my success in school. One thing that is the biggest factor is my little sister. I end up babysitting my sister most of the time when my mom is working or has something important to do. Another thing that takes up a lot of my time are extracurricular activities. As much as I love orchestra, marching band, swimming, culture club, etc., they take up a large portion of my life. I have quite a few things going on in my life right now. These are only a couple of things that get in the way of my success.
I felt like I understood what you was going through, like the way you described everything.
And getting that feedback from their peers, I think, means more to students in terms of their growth as a writer than, say, me jotting some comments down on a piece of paper and giving it back to them later on. It's immediate. It puts a little bit of pressure on them, to be sure, but also it's a good kind of pressure. It's a healthy kind of pressure. And of course, the expectation is for their peers to provide them with very structured feedback on their writing so that they grow. So at Euclid High School, we're very fortunate to be a partner with Cleveland State University, and specifically the MUST program. That's the Masters of Urban Secondary Teaching program. This year my intern is Mr. Tommy Love. He's a graduate of Glenville High School. So we broke the students out today into individual writers' conferences. That 5 minutes that we spend with each student while they're silently reading a short story and brushing up on some other skills is time well spent, because it's direct to the student. We're able to address the things that are weaknesses in their writing, and we're able to give them a small laundry list of things that need to be taken care of in their next writing assignment. One of the things I really want my students to get out of my classroom is a healthy respect for reading and writing, to love reading and writing, to see that it can be fun, that it can have some real-world purpose, and that they also develop a respect for each other as human beings and as writers and readers. The English department has really grown in the last couple of years in terms of our professionalism, in terms of our collaboration, in terms of our alignment of the curriculum, and that's been really exciting to see, and I've really enjoyed the time I've spent with my peers solving these problems that we all experience. I think it leads to greater test scores, I think it leads to greater student achievement, and I think the students appreciate that structure and that consistency across the board, and I know a lot of my colleagues in the English department are looking forward to our continued growth.